Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. And this week on the Magic Roundabout, we have got a foreigner that's come in. This is a French dinky. I know a lot of you people don't like French dinkies, but this is a French dinky. It was at the top of the box, and I thought, you know what, quite like that. Very straightforward, no interior, no glass. We'll give it a bash. So that's what we're going to do. As you watch it go around and try and work out what it is, I'd just like to welcome all the new friends to the channel. Welcome aboard, and welcome back all the old friends to the channel. Thanks very much. Okay, let's get it off the Magic, get it on a bench and have a good look at it. Right, here we are then. So we can read this. It's a Dinky Toys. It's a Fab. I don't know if it's a Q or not. Fab. Your Q. Fabrique. France Meccano. Fairly old one. Fairly straightforward. Tires on it. 2 posts to drill there. I don't think this back comes off. I think it's all in one piece. It's like a mustard yellow or an orangey colour. So we'll probably keep it in the same colour. Nice and bright. We'll probably paint the grille. That looks like it was a red grille in there. I'll try and have a look it up. There's a few scratches. Oh, my thumb's in the way. A few marks along the front there. Window pillars seem to be alright. Let's have a look a minute. That one looks a bit iffy there. Let me have a look. No, it seems to be alright. Yeah, so we'll get them stuck in and get this one done. We'll take the tyres off. These are smooths on here. Well, it's got 3 smooths and a treaded. So I don't know which is the original. Treaded or smooth. I imagine, looking at the hubs, I would say these were originally smooths. But we'll get it off. And I'll probably say, let's have a look. Where's my wall chart? I've got a new one up there, but I'm not going to use it just yet. Are they 15? Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were 15s, I would say. You get away with 15s. 14s. Yeah, 14s are a bit tight for 14. So 15s, yeah. Let's try the treaded one. Don't like the feel of that. Feels like a jelly. That's horrible. Let's try that one. That's the same and all. It's right weird. No, that's definitely different size altogether, that one. Yeah, that's a 14. So I think we'll go for smooths on here. I'm sure they won't mind. Right, it looks like the hubs were red. Yeah, red hubs and an orangey body and a red grille. Yeah, I think that'll go. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah. Right, let's go. Let's get these off. Oh dear. Oh, no rubbish. Right. Let's get my tools out, adjust my camera, and get rid of some of this backdrop. Yeah, my missus got these from Teamu. I mean, you can either hang them up or you can. Yeah, I think they're quite funky. That one and that one. There you go. They're all right, aren't they? Well, I'll put them out of the way because they're going to get in the way of the camera shot. I'll get the tools out and we'll get this drilled out. There is a tow bar missing off there, but I'm not fussed about that, to be honest with you. So we'll go without. We'll grind these stuff. Ah, you see. Yeah, well, we'll get these off. Tools. There you go, you see you do that. Just drilled them out, quite straightforward. I used a bigger one, I think I used about an 8 to get the tops of the mushrooms off there. So that's all good, they go in the caustic. These wheels aren't too bad, they're a bit corroded. Well, not corroded, they're just manky. So we'll get them on a bit of garden wire. Get them in. Axles, want to tap in round, they're a little bit bent. That's those, but the pin in the back was holding that spare wheel in. There was this pin, that pin, these two washers, the broken tow bar, and this. And when I knocked it out, ground it flat, the pin flat, and punched it through from this side, this snapped straight in half, the wheel. And you can just see, any guys who know about welding and porosity and stuff like that, you have a look at that and you can see the porosity in that. That's full of holes. Look at that. Yeah, so that snapped in half. So don't worry about that. I've got some spares. We don't want that tow bar thing on there. So get rid of that. We'll keep the washers. Right, so she's ready to be stripped. I'm going to actually look this up and have a look what they actually look like in real life. As a toy, it was like an orangey red, I suppose, and a red front, red tyres. So I'm just going to have a look for curiosity, see if I can find one. I want to write that down. Let's see what it says. Stripping time. Here we are then, all cleaned up. Yeah, not bad. It's a bit rough. I'll give it the best I can. It's not too bad for what it is. Very poor casting all round really. I filed it all round and smoothed it. Yeah, once you get all into it, I've screwed it there. That's the base. It's Fabrica or whatever, I don't know. So I'll give it some methylated spirits. I will give it some meth. Get it over the fire. See what will come out like. Hopefully it should be alright. Give it 10 minutes over the fire to warm up. And then we'll see what we got. Where can we look on to? There, I think I'll do. We'll look on to that. I think we'll look on to just in there, on the edge. Get it on the edge, son. There. Right, get it over the fire. See you when it's primed. Okay, here we go. We're out of paint. We're all done. I got a bit carried away actually, to be honest with you. I got it out of paint and I started trying something. I wasn't sure about the radiator and whatever. So what I've done, let me just pull back a bit. Yeah, what I've done it is this nice green, and I painted the grille black. I'm not going to paint the surround any chrome, because I want to leave it more like industrial. I painted the bumpers black. I was giving it a go. I thought I'd try it. see what it looked like. I can always paint it over. So that was alright, and I've done the fuel tanks in the black. And I've also done the springs, because these are quite exposed. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do them springs. Just playing about, really, because having a bit of fun. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Trying stuff and having a bit of fun. So we've got your black springs. You've got your fuel tanks. You've got your bumper. I've got my black grille. I was going to consider putting chrome around there. I thought, nah, it's more industrial. I'm going to fill that little gap in there. I'm going to fill that in with a bit of red. But at the minute, I'm just trying some different paint on the silver. Does that run? I thought I'd run down there for a minute, but yeah, I'm trying some of this. I use it on my scale modelling. This is metal colour, aluminium, by Vallejo. It's a bit thin, so I'm being very careful with it. I'm just doing it on the headlights, just as a trial for this wagon here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm being very careful with it because it's a bit watery. So that's what I'm doing here. I was going to use a dotter, but I think if I use a dotter, if I get too much on, it's going a bit in a minute. Take a bit off. If I use a dotter, it's going to be a problem. I'm just showing you this, guys, first time that I'm doing it. Using this brush, which is now bent. Yeah, so it's first time I'm doing it using this paint, so you're going to see it the same as I'm doing it. And I think, to be honest, it's a bit thin. Change that brush, I think, as well. It's gone a bit out of shape, that one. Have I got it? This one might work. Getting out of it. Yeah, if you don't try these things, you never know, do you? And I'm looking for an alternative. Because my Humbrol metal coat's okay. I like using it, but when you start getting down the tin, it gets very thick. And when you thin it, it's never the same. So I thought I'd try this. I'm getting it on the paint now, aren't I? Yeah, I think, where's my toothpicks? Where's my toothpicks? Or my cocktail sticks, whichever you want to call them. If you're posh, the cocktail sticks. If you're not, just gently go around there and your spare paint you've got knocking off. Try not to dig your toothpick into the paint, just go over the top of it. Right, okay, I'm going to carry on persevering with this and do that headlight, do that infill there, and then we're ready to put it back together. It's only a basic die cast, it's a bit different. So I'll carry on with that. Right, we're back. Excuse the steel plate. Right, we're painted. Done a little emblem at the front there. Showing you the black bumpers, the lights. I've done the door handles. Now I've gone with a grey on these wheels because I couldn't make my mind up what colour, so I've gone with grey primer with a little bit of lacquer on the top. But they might not stay there. I might change them later on to a different colour. I was going to do another green, but I wasn't sure, or silver. I wasn't sure. Lights on the back, I'll put these on myself. They might be a little bit too big, but they're them stick-on gems. It's just a plain black, and it needed something in there. And I haven't got any French number plates, so it's going to be that. So the stick-on gems, you get them in most craft places. Are these are 3mm ones. These are smaller ones. They do like the clear ones and the multicoloured ones. You're best getting, I think they do a range from 3mm, 4mm, 6 and upwards. So I usually go for the excuse me, the 3s for the small ones like this, indicators and stuff, and then the 4s aren't bad for headlights. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, I've peened over it, done that back axle, peen that over. So with the wheels, with the hubs, I'm not convinced the grey yet. I'll have to sit a while. And I nicked a load. This is a plastic load out of a liedo's model. They got a load in the back, so that'll sit in the back, just like that. It's just to dress it up a little bit, that's all. And I've put a wash over it, I put a brown wash on that, panel line wash, so that's just going over there drying. So the next thing we need to do is we need to put this axle in. Okay, so we need, pick your best side, drop that in, thread that through there. You've got a bit marked on these. I'm not bothered about them being slightly marked because chances are I'm going to change the colour anyway. I'm going to use that one. Okay, so then I get yourself an FD steel bar or one of these. I'll dig it out. It's just right side me. Get weight one, John. Weight one. Or an anvil like that. Okay. And what you need to do then, especially on the bar like this, is just sit the hub there on the corner, like so. Yeah. Now, what I normally do, yeah. So I was thinking, because I normally with an axle which has got quite a long length like that, I usually get my grinder disc on my multi-purpose and grind that flat. But because I might be changing the hubs to take them off and paint them, I don't want to bang this down too far. So anyway, what you do is just start on the top and just work your way around. Takes a bit of time. Takes a bit of time. Watching where you're going and not where you've been, if you know what I mean. Watch your target and just work your way around in a circular motion like that, and it does eventually start to bend over. It takes a while, don't get me wrong. That's why I use the grinding wheel, just to give me a little bit more of a bird edge before I start tapping it. In this instance, I only want it just to catch on. When I decide on the colour for the hubs, whether I stay with the grey or change it, then I'll knock them down some more. Yeah, just go around. You're basically not aiming for the middle, because all that's going to do is you're aiming at the edge at a bit of an angle like that, yeah? So you can like stroking it and go round it, because you want to dome it. There you go, we've got a lock on now. You've got a lock on, that'll do for what I want to do it for. Okay, now if you're doing it like on here, where it's built in, you can put some protection around there, bit of material, bit of paper, anything, but you'll get the hang of it. Some people use drill presses. I've got a drill press, I have used it, but I always find it a bit wobbly trying to get it sorted. You can do the impact driver on a battery operated drill with a pin like Paul Restorer does. You can do it that way if you like, but I just like doing this. I don't know why. It's dangerous, but I do it. Oh, danger's my middle name. Right, we'll get rid of that heavy old steel bar. We'll whack some tyres on here now. I just thought I'd show you that bit before we continued. Sorry about the noise in the background. I've got the extractor fan on because I'm multi-purposing today, multitasking as they say today. Right, so there you go. So all we've got to do now is to hook that back in underneath there. Get it right, hook it right, son, hook it right. It's a bit tight under there. Perhaps I've got a bit of paint, too much paint, and there you go. And I'll get my screws. And we'll screw her back on. Let me know what you think. What do you reckon on the colour of the hubs? Whether you want them to stay grey, green, silver. I was going to go black, but then I thought maybe silver. I couldn't make mine up, to be honest with you, and time was running out. So, put it in the comments what colour you think I should do these hubs. Leave them grey. No, and don't put rainbow colours or shit like that. Behave yourselves. Right, all that's had to be done. Look at that, she rolls well. She's down my bench. There you go. All I've got to do now is just stick this spare wheel in. I'll have to glue this one in. Here's a couple of washer doshers on here. On there, we'll just lay that like that for a sec. We'll get there. Oh, one of the Alright, we'll pop that on there like that. Normally with spare tyres I usually use a dodgy one that's not a new tyre. Yeah. Alright. Just going to drop a bit of super glue on there to hold it in place, and then we'll get it on the magic roundabout. Okay. This is what we started with. A tatty looking French dinky. So have a look at this, see what we did with it, see if you like it. Have a look at this. Here we are then, all done and dusted. Our French dinky little lorry. Don't ask me to pronounce the name because I won't get it all wrong. It'll be in the description and it'll be in the title. Yeah, it's definitely a Dinky Toys. Yeah, it's quite simple one to do, straightforward. I had a little bit of fun with this one by painting the springs and going with a black bumper this time, black grille rather than the usual chrome. Stuck on some stick-on gems on the back for a bit of lighting, and the sacks in the back there from an old Lido toy. Like I've mentioned before, one in my job lots. When the liedos are always handy to whip out the things like sacks and that. They make good loads. Yeah, it did it in a nice green. So there you go, that's it. Yeah, so let us know in the comments what you reckon about these hubs. Stay grey or whatever colour. I'll read the comments and then we'll see how we go from there. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Look forward to the comments as usual. And we'll see you all again next week with something else. So whatever you're doing, be lucky. Hopefully, yeah, I got that round the wrong way. Whatever you're doing, be happy. Hopefully you'll be lucky. That's right. Yeah, okay. There you go. So we see you all again next week. I could hear the dog outside the shed here whinging and whining because he wants the tea. That's what the trouble is, because I don't have them in the shed when I'm painting. So I've been painting and I've got some paint drying on there, so they're out in the garden and they're wanting the tea. Right, so I'll see you all again next week. Onwards and upwards. Here we go. Bye for now.